Welcome back to Steeped in Storytelling, where sip by sip, word by word, we uncover the power of story, voice, science, and sound. I'm so glad you're here today. Your presence in this space matters. Today's cup is earthy, grounding, with a whisper of honeyed wood, ceylon with dried flowers and orange peel. This episode is all about connection, not the glossy kind. Neighborhood Braley, I'm talking to you. When you say you want an inclusive block party, but you clutch your potato salad the second someone brings drums, spicy food, or speaks a language that you don't, that's not inclusion. That's culturally curated ambiance. No, this episode is about the kind of connection that feels real in your bones. We're exploring how language, especially when it's rhythmic, repeated, or shared, can help us repair rupture, soothe the nervous system, and remember that we're not alone. Let's begin with a beat, a shared breath, and the beginning of a song. When we speak, our brains are constantly scanning for rhythm, pattern, and tone. And when we hear someone else speak, especially in a familiar cadence, something called the mirror neuron system lights up. Mirror neurons help us imitate, anticipate, and empathize. They fire not only when we act or feel, but when we observe someone else doing it. This is one reason shared rhythms, like songs, chants, or stories told in call and response, can create fast-track connection. Our brains sync. Our breath slows. Even our heartbeats can align in tempo. From classroom choruses to protest chants, bedtime rhymes to sacred rituals, the language we share becomes a neurological bridge, a felt sense of us. Today's voicecraft tip is start with tone and tempo. Slow your speech. Lower your volume slightly. Match their breathing pattern. Then guide it toward calm. This is called vocal co-regulation, and it helps the nervous system feel safe. You're showing through voice that you're present, attuned, and steady. Even simple phrases like, "You're not alone. I hear you. We can do this together," become powerful cues when delivered slowly, gently, with rhythm. Practice saying them aloud, feeling the weight and shape of each word. Notice what your voice does and how your body responds. Today's word is chorus. From the Greek chorus, it means a group who sings and dances together. But it also means to respond, to answer back. A chorus isn't just harmony, it's reciprocity. In language, a chorus can be shared laughter, a repeated bedtime story, a ritual phrase that passes down through the generations. Maybe something like, "We've been here before, we'll be here again." Or, "If you work hard, you are rewarded." Improvise, adapt, overcome. And sometimes, in moments of rupture, chorus is the first sign of healing, a heartbeat echoed in another, a phrase spoken back, the sound of someone staying. Today in the Book Nook, My Grandmother's Hands and Stella Luna. My Grandmother's Hands, Racialized Trauma and the Pathway to Mending Our Hearts and Bodies by Resmaa Menakem is a study in embodied language, how trauma, healing, and wisdom live not just in our minds, but in our cells, in how we sit, speak, and listen. Language lives in bodies, and bodies live in systems, and those systems leave their imprint on the stories we tell and how we tell them. And Stella Luna by Janelle Cannon. This is a book I remember from childhood. I can't articulate why, but this story always brought me a sense of calm and steadiness. Maybe I identified with the young fruit bat, lost and looking for something. Maybe I identified with the birds who didn't care that their new friend was odd and different. Regardless, these young winged creatures learned that expressing their true identity could still mean connection and co-regulation. Take a moment now to just listen. Not for an answer, not for a takeaway, just for the rhythm of your breath and the feeling of being here. What language has brought you back into relationship? What phrase has offered you a bridge? Let that steep. Thank you for joining me today for Steeping in Rhythm, in Story, in Sound. Connection isn't always easy, but it's always worth crafting. And your voice, yes, yours, is part of that chorus. Next time on Steeped in Storytelling, we turn to the science of storytime, why children need narratives, how books shape brains, and what happens when a voice becomes a safe harbor. Until then, may your stories be shared, your rhythms be steady, and your tea be just the right temperature. Take care.